you go bankrupt. And there's a penalty for bankruptcy. Your credit sucks. You're very difficult to get a loan. Very, very difficult for people to trust you again. You have to earn that trust back. And even then, it's always going to be a stain in your record.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
Yeah, he's stupid. He's an idiot. He loves the fame and he loves the money. So ultimately, if you're just that money hungry and that fame hungry, you're gonna just do whatever. You don't care what it is.
Joe Rogan just destroyed Jake Paul, saying the lawsuits and fixed fight accusations have permanently stained his boxing resume. Critics argue Paul's flashy record looks hollow now, built on selective opponents and hype rather than legitimacy. Even if the cases fade, the perception won't. In combat sports, credibility is everything. And once fans doubt authenticity, wins stop mattering, and records become footnotes instead of legacies. That stain lingers longer than any paycheck long.
Because there's a price that you pay that is not worth.
The hype around fake fight accusations exploded after the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua bout, with fans pointing to what they saw as strange patterns throughout the event. Many question how Jake managed to last longer against Joshua than Francis Ngannou did, despite the massive gap in experience and power. What was sold as a blockbuster clash between a social media star and a former unified heavyweight champion has sparked rampant speculation, from leaked training footage and unusual betting activity to outspoken commentators, insisting the spectacle was more showbiz than sport.
A week away from Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. What have we got here?
As I look at it, for the fans, it put boxing still on the map, because it keeps boxing relevant. Having exhibition fights like this, different celebrities and different things like that. I look at it as a fun thing for fans and stuff like that. I don't really take it seriously, because, we in the business of boxing. That right there is just, exhibition stuff. But I'm hearing they say it's a real fight. But yeah, it's a real fight because both guys are getting in a fight. I'm still the one that be thinking certain things are scripted as well too. So, but we'll see. I always say, may the best man win, and main thing about it, may those guys go in there and have a hell of a lot.
Many commentators have described the pairing as absurd, noting the stark difference in experience, size, and pedigree between Paul and Joshua, some labeling the event more spectacle than sport. A YouTuber turned boxer with a 12-1 record stepping into the ring with a former two-time world heavyweight champion who has fought elite competition throughout his career. Many commentators have described the pairing as lopsided, with Paul seen by some as a cash grab opponent rather than a valid challenge, further feeding speculation that the event is more spectacle than sport.
Jake Paul, fake Paul I call him, against Anthony Joshua. Massive unit, two-time world champ, still got a big punch. I think he's mentally fragile at world level if he goes against the big guns because of the knockout, especially the Dubois knockout when he got fucking splattered. You know what I mean? In round 5, and he got hurt early on, and then he got done. And he's not been in the ring for 13 months.
Yeah.
But can you see a world in which Jake Paul is competitive in this fight?
No.
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 How do you see the fight going if AJ takes it serious?
Simon Jordan added even more fuel to the controversy by claiming that Anthony Joshua could have knocked out Jake Paul at any moment, but deliberately didn't. According to Jordan, the fight had to be stretched out to satisfy Netflix's expectations, not boxing's. He suggested that Joshua's power, experience, and timing were so far beyond Paul's level that a quick finish would have ruined the spectacle in the streaming numbers. Instead, the bout allegedly needed rounds, drama, and tension to justify the massive platform and global audience. While Jordan offered no proof, his comments echoed what many fans already believe, that when big money and streaming giants like Netflix are involved, entertainment value can quietly take priority over competitive reality, leaving viewers questioning how real the fight truly was.
Paul posted on Twitter after the fight, jaw broken, heart and balls intact. That's a good thing. Time to rest, recover, and return to cruiserweight. I mean, he's coming out of it as if, well, yeah, I got battered in the end, but boy.
That's what he will do. I mean, it depends what you think this was. I mean, I never felt it was anything other than entertainment. I'm not surprised that Anthony Joshua could have knocked Jake Paul out anytime he wanted to. He didn't want to.
So why didn't he?
Because, well, when you're on a platform like Netflix that turns one-part episodes into a 6-part series, why would you think that part of their entertainment model is to have a 30-second fight? Why? Because you watch a Netflix series, you can watch it and you can go, well, I get the gist of it. Why have you got to turn it into 10 episodes? Because I'm dying with boredom after episode.
Are you telling me that Netflix probably emphasised, listen guys, take this as long as you can?
Anthony Joshua didn't step irrespective, I sat to all these guys, whether it be Spencer or Paul Smith, talking about the fact that Jake Paul couldn't run, didn't have the footwork to be able to move around.
After the fight, Ryan Garcia weighed in on social media with a blunt and provocative reaction that caught a lot of attention within the boxing world. Garcia tweeted that while he respected Paul's effort, he also made a sharp comparison involving Gervon Davis, another high-profile boxer. In his tweet, Garcia wrote, "I think Gervon would have done him worse," suggesting that Davis would have hit Paul harder or end the fight even more decisively than Joshua did. Many experts agree with Garcia and believe this is not elite boxing. Even after the fight, criticism of the matchup continues, with some observers arguing that the Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul bout should never have happened in the first place.
Look, fair play to Jake Paul. He has a lot of guts, and the fact that he wasn't carried out of this fight on a stretcher, you know, certainly I guess you could say is a positive. But what did I think about this? What did I think about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul? Look, it felt like Anthony Joshua carried him. It felt like Jake Paul brought in as much of a negative anti-style as possible, circling away, constantly holding Joshua, constantly falling to the ground. Again, while you're certainly going to give respect for the YouTube star turned fighter for having the guts to put on this type of show and to stand in there for as long as he did until a clean right hand in the corner when Paul was absolutely exhausted, dropped him and ended the fight. This is not elite boxing, and we knew that coming in, but if these fights are going to be sanctioned as official fights, like the Mike Tyson fight from last year, like this.
Adding to these concerns, Oscar de la Hoya commented on Jake Paul's previous matchup with Mike Tyson, suggesting that the fight was also fixed. He explained that Paul paid Tyson to secure a win on his record, and noted that many analysts observed Tyson holding back and not engaging with the same intensity expected in a professional bout. De la Hoya emphasized that this was not an isolated incident, implying a pattern of staged outcomes in Paul's career.
Staged this fight was. I do believe it was scripted, and I believe that Tyson was certainly held back. Look, I'm a fighter, and I can see it. It goes on the record, and it was sanctioned. So Jake Paul paid to get the W on his record? Bruh. For what? For your own personal satisfaction? Bruh. I keep telling you, if you want to be a real fighter, like you say you want to be, what are you doing?
While Tyson has denied allegations of the fight being scripted, his performance left many fans disappointed, questioning whether this match should even be considered part of his official record. For someone of Tyson's caliber, the lack of fire in his approach was starkly noticeable, leaving a cloud of doubt over the fight's legitimacy.
You know, recently broke some news about how he spoke to one of the Paul brothers and that they had an agreement that no one was supposed to get severely injured and that the fight had to last at least through the 6th round. As I was watching the fight, I'm like, damn, it looked like Mike came out a little hot, and I saw him do this one thing where he kept biting his gloves. I know there was a big age discrepancy here, right? Jake Paul being 27, Mike Tyson being 58, of course. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, is he biting onto his glove to hold back? Because it looked like he had something there. Even some of the jabs Mike threw, I'm like, he stopped his punch. I'm not trying to be conspiracy theorist here, but thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't know if Mike completely exerted himself or he just got really tired.
I don't know about it being rigged or not, but I do feel bad for people who really are invested in the sport.
You wanna know why I also think it might be a bit rigged? When the fight ended, Jake Paul kept calling out other fighters and he kept referencing, you guys need me, you guys need me. And I'm realizing he's meaning his money. So if boxers and people in the industry know that, hey, if we go get with Jake Paul, we'll make X.
During the Jake versus Tyson fight, many critics highlighted unusual rules that seemingly favored Jake. Notably, clause allegedly penalized Tyson financially if he knocked Paul out early. This raised concerns about whether the fight's outcome was influenced by contractual stipulations rather than competitive spirit.
Y'all already know I'm mad about this fight. I really wasn't even going to talk about it because I already felt like it was a setup. But when Trick Daddy Dollars posted this on Instagram, it really just confirmed and solidified everything. So, Trick Daddy Dollars posted this on Instagram, and I'm going to read it to social media. So, it says the rules for the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight are designed to favor Jake Paul. These include: the rules are extremely favorable to Jake Paul. The contract will incentivize Mike Tyson to lose and give Jake Paul an opportunity to choose himself as a winner. The first stipulation in the contract will punish Tyson for knocking out Jake because he is paid on a sliding scale per round. If Tyson knocks Jake out in the first round, he would receive no money. If he knocks him out in the second round, he would only make a small amount of cash. For Tyson to make the most money, he needs to survive all 8 rounds, which means avoiding knocking Jake Paul out. If the fight goes to a split decision, it favors Jake Paul because the judges have to be approved by Jake Paul. I'm gonna let y'all read it. I knew it was a setup. Because you know what? Mike Tyson had a lot of open air opportunity to smash Jake Paul. And he didn't do it.